Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is WWE Down Under here, and I'm here with a video that I was planning on doing for quite a while now, and it's another episode of Let's Talk WWE 2K14, but on your screen you're going to see, obviously, WWE 13 gameplay, and I'm going to be showing you various clips of what I'm going to be talking about today, and today what I am going to be discussing is finishing moves and an added tier to them. So basically, the second level of finishing moves. And what I mean by this is, in the WWE today, we see superstars. Let's just use John Cena for example. We can use certain other ones as well, like CM Punk as well with his GTS. But let's use John Cena's attitude adjustment for example. And you notice in matches when superstars have finishes, they don't normally hit them just like that. The only instance you will see an attitude adjustment being hit like the one you see in game, like you'll see on your screen right now, you only see this when the match is an easy one and when he's expected to win. He'll get him on his shoulders, he'll taunt, and then he'll hit it. But normally, most of the time in a match, you'll see John Cena hit an AA, he'll lift him up in an instant. Now the example you're going to see on your screen isn't as quick as it really could be, but it's the best example you can get that they've sort of got on the game. He grabs him up quickly with one hand and then quickly throws him over and sort of jumps with him, kind of thing. That is a better example of what I'm trying to say, but I can't put real life footage on here, but I've gotten sort of some from WWE. There are a few on WWE 13 that resemble what I'm after. CM Punk's GTS as well. If it's later in the match and he's got to rush it in, he'll quickly grab him on his shoulders and he'll instantly release him and hit him with the knee. And it sort of won't be as fluent, that sort of thing. It'll just be quicker and more instant and make the pins look more realistic because they're sort of rushed, if you know what I mean. Now this is where I think second tiers of finishes should come in. It's pretty basic. What I think is they need 3 finishes. They need the 2 finishes that you want to use regularly, but then they need a third, which is the sped up version of the finisher, which is sort of the rushed finisher. So at a certain point in the match, the game should say, okay, the normal finishes can't be used now unless it's submission, of course, unless it's a submission. And then after that certain point in the match, no matter you press triangle, it doesn't matter what you do, it will use the quicker finisher, the sped up finisher, and it'll make the match feel more fluent. The fact that it's getting more fast paced and towards the end. I think not just the GTS. I don't have an example of the GTS, obviously, on your screen. I've only got the AA. The F5 is another example. You'll see on the screen right now, you can see the slowed down version of the F5, which is actually Brock Lesnar's default on the game. But he's one of the superstars that does do it a little bit slower, but there's a rushed version that I use as my finishes, which is a lot better with the F5, and you'll see that on your screen now, a much quicker version. You can see it is a much more effective F5 compared to the other one, and it's a lot more quicker, and again, that could be used later on in the match. So just a few little tips there, guys, and kind of a hint towards 2K Sports or whoever ukes, just something to add perhaps if they're still thinking of some new feature, which I highly doubt they are. I think they're probably already confirmed what they're going to do with the game. Obviously, they probably can't add anything like that late. Maybe they already have, I don't know, but it's some little it's an authentic little thing to add. There is another thing I wanted to mention, and I might leave this for a new episode, but it is the pin system. They introduced last year, with a lot of moves you can pin after you connect, but I think they need to be able to do that with any move. So even just, a body slam, there should be a pin option, and they should all be different animations. You'll body slam him, he'll go in for the pin, he'll hook the leg, or, I miss the old, when he hits the switching music, Shawn Michaels, he goes into that unique pin. John Cena, when he hits an AA, he goes into his typical style pin. Those things like that, there should be a pin after every move, so they're all different pins. I'm sick of the same pinfalls when you just press circle to go in for them. So I'll go into that in a bit more detail, I guess, in another video. I guess I could go in a bit more detail. It's really hard to do so, but I'll try my best. And the more episodes, the better. And this one, I guess, we don't want to be too long anyway. So I guess that is it for this Let's Talk WWE 2K14 episode, guys. I hope you're enjoying the series. I certainly am. You'll see in a couple of hours I will have a WWE Newsroom episode for you, and an interesting one at that, because we have some good news, basically, and a lot of stuff coming in post-Raw, which there always is. So stay tuned for that episode of the WWE Newsroom, and I guess I will see you guys then. Peace.